I've written some in the past about the struggles that my wife Emily and I have had in terms of trying to have a child. The basics of our story are this. Since 2016, we have endured 3 pregnancy losses. The first at 11 weeks, the second at just shy of 7, and the third at 20 weeks. And unfortunately now, we can add a 4th loss to that list. I'll get more into the details of everything as we go forward, but here's the gist of what happened. The safest way for Emily to get pregnant is through IVF. And so that's a process that we've been dealing with for a little bit. And in September 2018, Emily was implanted with a single embryo. And 9 days later, we found out she was pregnant. 2 weeks after that, when we went in for Emily's first doctor's appointment, it was discovered that the embryo had split, that we were having identical twins, which was equal parts exciting and terrifying. Everything with the pregnancy was going perfectly. Emily was being monitored regularly, and the babies were growing as they should. And then we went in for Emily's routine 14-week checkup. At the time, Emily was actually about 14 and a half weeks, and they started the ultrasound, and both heartbeats were gone. We were obviously devastated when we first heard the news, and still are. We are trying to make sense of how this keeps happening. When we found out that we were having twins, it really felt like a miracle, honestly. The fact that 2 souls, 2 spirits, 2 children, however you want to put it, had chosen to come to us. Given all that we had been through, it really felt like we were getting our fairy tale ending. So it was that much more of a gut punch to find out that it wasn't. Throughout this whole saga, aside from a few articles that I've written and a couple of social media posts that Emily has put up, we've really remained pretty quiet about what's been going on. We've been following, I guess, what is the standard, typical protocol. The don't say anything until you make it out of the first trimester of a pregnancy and that sort of thing. And to this point, it's been fine. It's worked for us. But in the aftermath of this most recent loss, I've just had this need to talk. And I think that desire, that need comes from reasons that are both selfish and unselfish. For the last 2.5 years, I feel like I've been living a lie, or at least a lie of omission. Emily and I have been going through the highest of highs and the lowest of lows throughout all of the tests and the test results and the pregnancies and the lost pregnancies. Yet there are so many people in my life, people I'm very close to, people I love, people I care about very much, who have had no idea of what's been going on. And that's been one of the stranger aspects of this experience for me. I've gone to family dinners and out with friends and birthday parties and Thanksgiving and other special occasions, and I'm surrounded by loved ones, yet they're completely in the dark. There's this whole part of my life, and truthfully, for a while now, it's been the main focal point of my life, yet I haven't shared it with them, and I'm tired. I'm tired of leading this double life. I'm tired of lying when someone asks, "How's it going?" or "What's been going on?" A couple days after we lost the twins, for instance, I was at my office holiday lunch. Everyone was sitting around and talking about how they were going to be celebrating and where they were going to be traveling and what they were going to be doing. When the focus came around to me, I had to try to change the subject as quickly as possible, because what was I going to be doing? I was going to be sitting at home with the blinds drawn, mourning the loss of 2 of my children. As Emily put it recently, it's like we've been hiding in our own life. And I can't do it anymore. I need to open up. I want to open up, and I want to let people in. Unselfishly, and probably more importantly, is the fact that I know that we're not the only people going through something like this. I think that the stat is that 1 in 8 couples deal with some sort of fertility issues. And Emily and I have learned a lot over the last couple of years. A lot of it is stuff we certainly wish we had never had the opportunity to learn, be it coping mechanisms or ways to deal with grief, and I want to share that. I remember on the morning that we found out that Emily's first pregnancy was lost. When the doctor gave us the news, she also recommended to us that we talk about what happened. She said that a lot of people don't like to talk about miscarriage or infertility or pregnancy loss in general, and understandably so. That's the approach Emily and I have taken to this point, so it's something I can certainly identify with. But as we've gone along and experienced more of these struggles, I've seen that lack of dialogue can make you feel that much more alone. Now, there are people out there who are talking about this stuff. I've been on different websites and blogs and social media feeds, and these people are brave, they are open, they are vulnerable, and I have the utmost respect for them. And I've reached the point now where I'd like to join them. And my hope in doing so is that by talking about our struggles, we can help other people get through theirs.